Hello everybody, welcome back. We are doing a Let's Play of Tales of Arise. If this is your first video, you picked a weird spot to start. If this is not your first video and you've been following along, alright. So today we're just going to be doing a little bit more story after all that fishing and side questing. It's about time we do some other stuff.
We're in for a long slog with this one. Hard steel! Going in. Where are you going? It's a duel of the arts. Going in. What direction? 7-9 roll.
Got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours. Here I come. Commander of
I've been thinking a little bit about what my next play should be, and I don't 100% know if it's going to be another Tales game, but I would very much like to do a Tales of Vesperia at some point.
This ends now.
Consider yourself.
'Cause I've been really thinking about it lately, and I would probably say Tales of Vesperia is probably my favorite Tales game. Just because, you know, I like Yuri as a protagonist, but I really think the story is very strong. At least the first 2/3. I think the stuff with Duke gets a little, I don't know, just kind of insignificant. He just kind of shows up at the end of the game to be the boss after you defeat Alexei. But I mean, there's so many good bits in that game.
Trip it up. These sticks have got your name on them. I'm not done.
Like there's the bit with Estelle where you have to fight her. You know, there's the duel with Flynn. There's the battle with Schwann. There's the...
This one's got your name on it.
You know, there's the bit where Yuri gets stabbed by that girl that's rolling with Flynn.
Don't
take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Now I can let loose.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding
I mean, there's just a lot of cool stuff, and the definitive edition, which I have not had a chance to play, actually it adds a whole bunch of stuff too. Like I think there's a couple new dungeons, it's another character, and they voiced all the scenes that were unvoiced in the original. The only real issue is they
I can feel
didn't get Troy Baker to come back, and from what I've heard, at least tentatively, is the guy they did that voices what the fuck did I just pick up? Anyway, the person that voices Yuri doesn't really sound like him. Stonewing Mantle. But I don't see where it could be. Aha! It's for Doholimim. Look at me go! Figure that shit out. Orange gel.
More diamond ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands. I have a bad feeling about this.
Take this. Take Bolero.
I'm not so good with
And that's why you're out of the party, Renwell. I'm not so good with Albert.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I've been thinking for a while, Dohalim, I think when he talks, reminds me a little bit of a Catchy. I actually looked him up to see if he was in anything that I knew of, and unfortunately I can't think of anything that I knew that he was in.
Let me help. Going in.
Unlike Lasbell over here.
Make it rain. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Water, hear my call.
These fists have got your name on them.
Do it. Here's evil. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Oh. What's down here?
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have
It's
reached
just
the
like a
top.
dead end.
It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine. Get lost!
You're mine. Now we're not. You're done. Let's go. You're finished. Burn. Dragon Swarm. Swordlane Alpha. Crush.
Lunar Blast! Tiger Blade! Swallow Dance!
Take this.
Denied! Make it rain!
It's over.
This one
I wonder if I make a party of Shion and Dohalim, like, and just have a bunch of Healy boys.
Where are you going?
Here I come. Let's go. You're
I
finished.
ended up doing that in
Enemy's arts to me.
Arise, having both Sharia and Sophie in the party.
Come and face me. Divine Wind. Soda. Pieces.
I have not finished Tales of Grace's F. I have beaten the main story twice, but I haven't gotten through the Futures arc either time. Because it's really just redoing the dungeons over and over again. Tenebrous Claw!
Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous Claw.
Lasbell goes into overlimit so fast.
Step back. This
Pop quiz, how many times have I said that during these videos? It's not really a pop quiz, I don't even know the answer. I feel like a lot. But it's true, he definitely goes into overlimit super fast. Is it really just for a treasure chest? I feel like there should... Oh, there's something to fight.
gone. This one's all mine. Not today.
Will this
Take
help?
this.
Look sharp.
Take this.
I owe you for that.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a concern, pioneer.
Nope, that is silly.
Now I'm in the groove.
Reload!
See what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done
Leave
that.
the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and bubbling to me. No further. You're mine.
Tiger Blade!
Bruh! Like, literally just went into overlimit again.
Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous Claw. First cut. Do it. Storm. Renewal. Demon's Descent. Flashing Fang. Great.
Get behind me!
I'm not done.
Far enough!
By the power this on for size. It's over. Ready and ready.
Burning Glacial Spear! Pierce Evo! Going in! Freeze Lancer! Tiger Blade! Here's a
Swordlane
hero!
Alpha. Blending Flash.
Now you see what I can do.
Make it rain! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. First strike.
How about this?
Prepare to be sealed. Actually, perhaps
Do it.
sound is more appropriate.
Let's nothing more do it. Tiger Blade!
Here I come.
Can't get out of this!
Gemini Aqua!
No escape. Tectonic Strata.
Here's a healing Here goes! Crescent Moon!
Take this.
Talon
You're
Hurricane!
finished.
Blade!
Rip and tear. You're mine.
Lightning!
the tables on it.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. You're finished.
These fists have got your name on them!
Take this. Start us.
Roll it in there!
This one's all mine.
I missed. I lost my combo.
Dragon Swarm.
Lost. Get toasty.
Bird strike!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
I did it all for the Nookie. The Nookie.
Isn't that
And
good?
equipment for a
Come
Rinwell.
along, would you?
So stick it up your, yeah, stick it up your, yeah. Alright, that's cringy even for my tastes. Got a bunch of shit though. Ah, now that song's stuck in my head. I don't really see anything shiny. Wait, they fucking respawn? Or I just didn't fight them? Alright, I don't feel like fighting them. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna walk around them. I'm almost out of CP. Doesn't really tell you which way to go, just kind of... I'm assuming that way's the right way. Got a peach gel. Is this it? I don't know. That's pretty sweet.
What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch? I wonder what this
checked
place
your equipment
is.
lately?
Maybe it's like super powerful or something.
There are still so many creatures we don't know.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this.
Alright, let's see where that building is. Oh shit, I have people to talk to.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hmm? Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow.
I mean, I'm guessing that you shouldn't harp home the fact that
You guys ready to hit the road?
Lasbel kind
I know
of
I am.
sold him out by, you know, joining them. Joining this, I forgot what the fuck they were called. Snake Eyes? I don't know. And caught his dad and, you know, is sort of the reason he died. But, you know, whatever. Oh, I can't even go in there
Out
anyway.
This way, I guess.
So apparently this is just straight up wrong way. Oh, it's Astral Crystal. I literally can't progress. Alright, so we're gonna go back. This was a giant waste of time. Kind of glad though, because I'm like, I really don't want to have a mountain area. Because Caligula was kind of like a mountainous sort of region. With a lot of the rocks and fire and things like that. And I kind of want a little bit different biomes. I don't know, I'm weird. Like, I want different varieties in my areas, but I also want it to have a natural, you know, going from one to another. Oh, and I hate invisible walls. I just want to jump over shit. Let me do it. There's no fall damage. Just let it happen. Alright. So obviously, the bottom is the way to go.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Is he talking about the peppers?
We're in for a long slog with this one. I can carve through water.
Burning strike! Water! Airborne beam! My best!
Flying straight. Get out of
What
this.
does this hero?
See ya. Can you take care of them?
No sooner...
Oh, so I don't have a way to hot swap characters.
These fists have got your name on
Bro, this motherfucker goes into over limit so fast. I wonder if I can trigger one where all of them go in it.
Get behind me.
Lunarongo!
Make it worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart for your heart's content. Well, looky here.
Another cave. More items for the party, I'm assuming. Wow, 5 of them. Alright, let's do... Alright, let's add some folks.
No choice. You're mine. You're
Don't
finished.
mind if I do. Oh, too
Begin.
Right here. Let me down.
Does it hurt? Not today.
Raging cascade.
You got flyers.
I've got her. Let him mark me.
All yours. You're mine.
This will come in
Dragon
handy.
Swarm.
You don't have me.
Severing Wind.
Raging
Enemies
roll.
are clear.
We'll soon see about that. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Or won't save you.
Take
On
this.
your knees.
This
You're
one's
finished.
mine.
Eat this.
How do you like being pounded into shape? The power of light. All right, let me
The tide of battle turns in our favor.
And let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
I'm not done.
Malevolent.
Dragon Swarm.
Waterfall.
Severing Wind. Now let loose.
I don't think Dohalim has an AoE heal right now.
Can you take it? Benediction light.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
Friend. Hard malevolent.
Air pressure. You're mine. You're finished.
Going in. Let's get you off that
One
one.
more. Stardust.
I'm ready.
Waters of
Going
freedom.
Kisara. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone. That firepower
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
yours is really something.
I could say the same.
Really? It's all this for this guy? I feel gypped. Boo! Boo! I wanted goodies. Oh well. And it kind of reminds me of Tales of Exilia. They had like those little crawl spaces, like those little holes you could dive in. And that would be pretty much it for like extra shit.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldamenencia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. Which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being an... Forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
He was gonna say asshole.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why? said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? On your side!
I'm not
You're mine!
with the right party for a boss fight.
Resonate with the earth! Ignite! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Catch him!
Not on my watch.
Son of a bitch.
No!
Don't
leave me all alone here.
Try harder! My turn!
Don't suffer in silence.
I'll be saving
Tiger
you.
Claw! Take this! Rising Falcon! Dragon Swarm!
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain. Now try to be more careful.
You're
I
finished!
can do this all day.
Not a chance!
I have to train harder.
Win!
Yours, mine.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction
Switch to
light.
offense.
Here I come!
Take this.
This dude's hitting harder than my defense can allow me to, like, tank.
On your knees.
Entertain me.
I can't feel anything.
Stay away from my friend!
Ready to go.
Imbue this vanquished soul with
Take
light.
this!
Going in.
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
Jeebus.
Benediction light.
Bring up the fight.
I don't even know if I'm supposed to win this fight.
Didn't mean
Take this!
This one's mine.
Lancer.
Soaring Nuclear!
Take this.
Benediction light.
Can't end here!
Here.
Can't be what?
And that's what I thought.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. Hmm. Oh? A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen,
Shion,
thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey,
That was not a good fight for me.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
That was going to be a little rough if they killed Hootle. That would have been a little much. Kind of a sweet little moment. Hootle trying to protect Rinwell, who got absolutely manhandled. I mean, that was a beating that she took. I mean, they all took a beating, but that was a bit much for her. I mean, if they killed Hootle, like, that would have been just crazy.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renins!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
If you need some salt, Rinwell's got it in spades! Although, to be honest with you, I don't totally not get her hatred of Renins. He's a cat! That's my favorite.
One of your buddies. Whew.
Castle? It's gonna be locked. Yep. I like the color scheme, the purple and the dynamic, kind of, especially now. It's kind of getting to be around Halloween time. It's getting a Halloweeny vibe.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Cutscene when I approach the fountain. Called it.
All of you, stop right there. Don't move.
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renan, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Is Deadeem gonna be a bad guy? Is he like Jet from Avatar? Wait.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
Ha! We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you, little lady, are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
So many skits.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Alright, let's take a little looky-loo. So there were some typos in that last one. Avoid spelled A-V-I-O-D. Aviod. Oh yeah, and remember when Jet wanted to use bombs to destroy? What was it, the dam, and he didn't care if people got hurt? Called that shit. Deadime is Jet. Oh, this motherfucker again. Oh, wait.
Happened.
Yes. I thought it was the chef guy, but this is the wonder guy.
Well,
I see.
Oh. Just great.
Rap battle!
Excuse me!
Good.
Well, I know where the, that third one is.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything.
I know where the third one is. Is that the inn? I know where that one is. No. I think it's here.
Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you'll... We're into this too.
Alright, I know where that one is for sure. It's the third one. Just by virtue of I bumped into it.
We should be able to cook here.
Guess I misread the landing.
I guess not. What a bummer! I could have sworn it'd be in here. Unless it's past this.
made it through another...
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Skits ahoy!
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hoodle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hoodle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
This looks perfect.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Morning.
Alright, so there's one other thing
Ready
I
to
wanted to
head
do before we go for the next part. Let's talk to the library. The girl in the library, I should say. Nope. Alright, but that's probably going to do it for the next part here. We're going to rest at the inn, and then probably do some other stuff next time. I may go back and try to fight some of those bosses we could beat before. But we'll see. Catch you next time.